I like the ones that you can clearly see that Izuzumi did because there's hair on them. Hey everyone, welcome back to Delicious in Dungeon. We are in the final stretch of the actual series right now, at least for the anime. I know that there's a manga and there's probably way more in there, but I'm gonna look at that after I finish this. But overall, last episode was kind of heavy, kind of it was really funny in parts. The familiar stuff with Marcel and Laos was honestly probably the funniest bit in this entire show. Chilchuck having a wife and kids is still like breaking my head. And then Senshi was being really, really uncharacteristically scared of the Griffin. Now, I'm not saying like he doesn't have a good reason to be not scared of a Griffin. It is scary, but this is like the thing that actually scared him. So I'm wondering what the hell's going on with that, because it was weird, right? He definitely has a past with either Griffins or that Griffin specifically. Yeah, I don't know, but I believe we saw a little bit of a flashback of young Senshi, who is adorable, by the way, absolute precious little guy. But now we are I think this episode we're getting a little bit of a look in who Senshi is and his relation to the dungeon, to whatever trauma is happening, and his little band of group of dwarf miners that he was with. This is going to be a good episode, I think. I'm really enjoying it so far. Before we get started, though, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we're just gonna have fun with it. We're gonna cry. We're gonna eat some food. We're gonna hold each other. Everything's gonna be fun. Everything's gonna be okay. We'll make it through. All right. Away we go. By the way, that dude is straight up a gnome or half gnome. I remember some dude. I think it was the dude from like the corpse party, the one that I liked. The what was it? It was like the blonde dude, I think. He had like ears like that, and I was told that he's like part gnome. So yeah. That not a dwarf. The like little guy right here with like the weird like goggle thing from like Atlantis, the character from Atlantis, the mole guy who had like the weird like hyper focused telescope goggles. I think that's the gnome. But yeah. I it's kind of, I wonder how old he is here. Because obviously it's kind of hard to tell. He just looks young, like younger. So I would probably ballpark it maybe mid-teens to early 20s, maybe. It's interesting that he well, obviously he would be more timid because he seems like less experienced. His party seems pretty interesting, though. I'm wondering, because he says right here, to make matters worse, my normally ambitious party members and whatever he's about to say. Yeah, they're kind of going into something that they have no idea what's inside. So does not spell well for the party here. I'm pretty sure he's going to inherit the hat via hat giving ceremony like Shanks and Luffy, but this time his Shanks is gonna actually be eaten by a monster. Oh, that's an interesting. I thought it was just gonna be a literal thing where like they're just getting too greedy for their own good. Wow, look at that dude. That dude looks like Santa Claus for real. Ugh. Also, the big guy with the black braid there kind of reminds me of Senshi. I wonder if he's related or not, and that's how he got in. I don't know. I doubt it, but they look a little similar, so maybe.
そして突然それは始まった。
Hey, Santa died. That's sad. Jesus, that is a deep cut. But he was just right with everybody, so unless they like immediately split up, that's just like you're just inviting them to die one by one.
でかい鳥の化け物がいきなり現れて、トタンが殺されちまった。ただの遺跡じゃない。内をひたすらさまよった。奇妙なことに喉が渇けば泉が、疲れがたま。
Huh. How he talked about the dungeon just now is kind of similar to. They're kind of similar to their journey so far, in the sense that a lot of the stuff that they needed was around them in one way or another. But in here, it seemed like that was like very purposefully like when we got thirsty. Oh, next room was water, or we got tired, or here's a safe room for you to sleep in. Interesting. And another thing that's kind of interesting to me, because I find a lot of things interesting, is so that guy died. Toton, I think his name was, but Santa Claus. And the dungeon has like this immortality thing placed upon it, right? I wonder if this was before. No, it can't be before, but how long until people realized like the resurrection stuff would work, you know? And how long the difference between like when you die and then get resurrected is there before like your spirit goes and gets insane and turns into a ghost? Thought bubbles for me, but I can't know for sure until I watch the rest of the episode and then obsessively research every bit of this universe.
食えるもの？魔物だって何かを食って生きているはずだ。インバー、ブリガン、お前たちは盾で周囲をけ。
That's sad. Oh man. One by one. That's sad. Those God. Just seeing like the bloody deep cut is just awful. So Senshi kind of had a similar thing to Marcel where he hates being left alone. And I think he feels totally unprepared to handle anything that's happening right now. And it's just getting worse and worse.
次の食料探しは俺も行く。いらねえ、邪魔になるだけだ。食料見つけた。この日食うものを探すことで必死になった。鳥は私たちの後を執念深く追ってくる。戦うたびに仲間は。ありゃグリフィンって魔物だ。なぜ俺たちを目の敵に？腹が減ってるわけでもなさそうなのに。
Oh, he's starting to grow a beard. This poor boy's just scared. Oh, yeah, dungeons are scary. Griffins are especially scary. Especially how this one's been hunting each one of you down one by one. Jesus. It's actually very like they don't seem like they're not like capable of handling it, but like this is Senshi at like his most inexperienced and he doesn't know what to do, and a monster is literally just this is what like Kabru was trying to fight against too, with like dungeons getting out of control and having monsters show up and start eating people and destroying towns and whatnot, even though some towns rely on dungeons, right? Shit like this would be terrifying, especially if a dungeon got so strong that it had even stronger things than a griffin. Like imagine if the red dragon came out immediately and everybody on like level 2 or 3 just got incinerated in like 2 seconds.
勝負だって話だ。心配すんな。今度来たら丸焼きにして食っちゃう。森だ。役に立たないガキに一番飯を食わせて。あいつはまだ36です。
He's 36. Okay, so in dwarf year that's probably still like roughly adolescent young man-ish, you know? Cuz I'm pretty sure like obviously they said dwarves and elves have like longer lifespans than like tall men, for example. So 36 doesn't seem like a lot to them.
育ち盛りだ。大人の俺たちが面倒を見る責任がある。そんな余裕はない。腹が減った。やめろ。何をしている。
Dude's tweaking out right now. The bald dude, not Senshi. Senshi is kind of tweaking out too. I mean, he was thinking of eating a rock, which not good. Not good for you, bud. I mean, I get it. Obviously, you're very hungry, but don't eat a rock. Yeah, this is just sad. All this, a lot of thematic stuff here feels very. Senshi carried a lot of it, like the youngin bit with this dude wearing Senshi's hat. It looks like, he probably learned that from this dude, like taking care of the youngins, helping, making sure that they can eat. Yeah, I feel like this is that obviously that's his role model because it's probably the closest person he's ever had in his entire life or in the most pivotal part of his life right here. He's trying to survive this dungeon. Man, it's gonna suck when this dude dies. Like it's gonna suck real bad.
このガキ。外へ出て話そう。戦士が怖がってる。
Oh, that's sad. That's really fucked up.
静かになった。グリフィンに襲われたんだ。グリフィンは俺が殺したが、ブリガンも即死した。
Yeah, they were definitely fighting, and he killed the guy, right? Boy. Man, this sucks, dude. Like, holy shit. How did Senshi even get out of this? Or did he just end up just living here forever since? And just slowly adapted like a survival man. Ah, jeez Louise. This poor boy has gone through too much. He's been through too much, Mike. Please give him something soon.
あいつをさばいてスープにすれば何日かは生きられる。夢中で咀嚼し、ゆっくりと長い時間をかけ飲み込んだ。
Well, you know what they say, hunger is the best spice in the world. And it's very sad that this, like, obviously, like, he still remembers the taste of it, but knows in his heart, as he's now older, especially, that this food is precious and I have to eat what I have, all of it. Otherwise, I won't get any more later.
二度と戻らなかった。私は一人残されてしまった。
Up until the literal last moment of his life, he never put that pressure, he never put that blame or pressure on Senshi. He just tried to help because that was his duty as an adult, as I assume the party leader here. That what a guy. What a good role model, I'll say that. But Senshi is kind of unprepared right now. I wonder if this is one of those moments where he just kind of bucks up and just little by little survives.
を見る勇気がなく、部屋の中から動けなかったが、残り 死体はなかった。
Wow, there's the walk, the mining pick. Well, it's not a walk, but it was a shield, right? There's the helmet. The dude didn't even make it that far before dying and collapsing, I bet. If the helmet's right there, he walked out that door and just plopped. I wonder if he waited for he wanted to say something to Senshi and just plopped over, thinking that maybe Senshi would pop out and like see him before he passed. I don't know. Man, seeing a party wipe like this is just so it's actually really depressing. Oh my god.
その後、多くに捕まり、しばらくは集落で捕虜として拘禁された。
That's cool that he actually built a good relationship with orcs, and they obviously they took him prisoner for a little bit, but he was able to like have a decent relationship, find a little bit of a community there. They helped each other out. I doubt this is just like this is because the orcs that we know, they're like they're their own tribe, right? That kind of splintered off with the orc chieftain sister and then the older brother. So this is probably just like an offshoot how many years ago, but it's probably how Senshi was able to connect with them. I like that. That's a nice little bit of world building and character building for him.
こうして私は
He made it! He's back on land! It's interesting to me that he didn't return to his homeland, and not because like I can get like survivor's guilt, but I'm wondering if he actually does blame himself and still does in some way for what happened and who, the party that he was with dying. I feel like he might be old enough now to like process it better and grieve properly, but I don't know, because it's not shameful to survive, especially since Gillian, I think his name was, the red haired that had the helmet before him. He seemed like his sole purpose was to help Senshi survive and to grow, and that's what he did. Senshi grew up. He was able to grow up. He was able to survive long enough and then get out, get better at what he does. Man, poor Senshi. This is sad. There's not a whole lot of jokes I can make right now, but like it's just sad, dude. Okay. All right, Lance. You are so blunt. And I get what he's trying to do. Like, one, we already killed it and we have the meat, so you wanted to give it a go? I mean, why not, right? But two, this man just opened his heart to you about how traumatic this event was, how awful his situation was. And the one like memory that sticks in his head and haunts him. And you're just like, what do you want to relive that a little bit? I mean, we got the meat right here, bud. I mean, we got to eat it, right? Well, listen, if it turns out better, that's great. If it doesn't, well, that sucks. Sorry. Sucks to suck, bud. Maybe try harder, not to, maybe try harder to die to a griffin next time. That's sad. I should say that. Poor Senshi's been through enough.
いや余計使えるだろ。あいつ何なの？どうかな、戦士。それでは可能な限り当時の調理を再現しよう。あまり処理はせず肉を切り出す。
Yeah, he just wants to eat both. Also, wasn't the soup basically just boiled water and meat put into there? Just boiled? Yeah. So, be like, listen, we could try to make it the same, you know, if we hate food and just want to put some meat in boiling water and that's it. But how about I add a little spice to it? How do you like that, bud? He's just like he's like crying from just remembering all the people that just died and from his past. He's like, oh, I don't care. Just give me the meat. I want to move on. I'm wondering. It kept attacking. I'm wondering if there was a nest somewhere. Like there was like a griffin egg or something near where they were camping out, like maybe just like right above or something that they never noticed, and that's why the griffin kept attacking, because it was so close to because it didn't seem like it was hungry. So if it was killing out of just pleasure, that seems a little weird. So I'm wondering if it was killing out of protecting like something like a baby or an egg or a nest, or yada yada yada.
あれで攻撃されてもドンキで殴ったような後にはならない。だからブリガンを殺したのは
Oh, okay. I thought they actually like killed each other, right? Because I thought that the implication was that they killed each other. But I guess I was wrong. I guess the guy actually they did get attacked by an actual monster. My bad.
どうなんだ。俺たちがファリンとグリフィンを見間違えたよう。
Nope, that's exactly how we did it. Boiled water and meat. Because we couldn't find anything else because we were starving and had no idea where we were. And then we just slowly died out, little by little. It was awful. It tasted awful. But you know what? Let's hope this meat tastes good now. Otherwise, I might just be depressed forever.
味気のないスープになるな。せめて付け合わせでも。 マルシル、あとは任せた。
ちょっとここまで進めといて投げ出すの？自由。
I just love the way that he like kneels over like this, like how he just squats down like that. It's just so like it looks so like not trying to take up any more room than he needs to. He's so like it's like a little kid just trying to like be very interested in something and trying to like look over somebody's shoulder. It's so cute. He's just like, what's this? Can I take a look, please?
かよ。もういい、終わりだ。こんなことやったって戦士は。
いや。完成じゃ。
Griffin soup. Yeah, it definitely would be better if you added like vegetables or something to it, at least. But I mean, they're just trying to recreate it, so I can't blame them for just kind of making something really simple. I wouldn't eat it unless I was like actually hungry, or I was just curious to how griffin meat tasted, but eh.
これはあの時食べた味とは似ても。 いいんだ。肩の荷が下りた。何をしても生き延びて欲しかったのだろう。
グリフィンの肉、獣の匂いがきついしか。
So it definitely could be a different monster if that's what they're going for. I think is the implication that they used. Is the implication that they used one of the dead bodies and ate that? Maybe I misread something somewhere, but I feel like that's the implication that they used like a dead body of their comrades that died. I'm confusing myself too much. I'm just gonna go along with the ride here.
何より後味が最悪。そう。 下半身が獅子だが、ヒポグリフは馬の禁煙種だ。
Oh, that's right. A hippogriff usually does have a like a hooven part to it. A lot of hippogriffs that I've seen usually have some variation of just like paw, but that makes sense. Okay. I guess I'm mistaking it for a griffin then, because like look at their back leg where it resembles more of a paw. Maybe I'm not thinking of the correct hippogriff. It could be somebody's like weird interpretation of it, but interesting. Huh. Hippogriff is interesting. Okay.
必要に追ってきたのも馬を連れていたせいだろう。好奇心か発情期だったのかもな。 このスープと味が違うのは当然だ。
Well, there's only one way to find out. We're gonna go find that hippogriff and we're gonna eat it. And he's just like, can we hold that off for like a while? I already poured my soul out here, man. Let's just move on. It's nice that Laios helped him at least. Like, obviously, it's rough and like opening up old wounds, but he's trying to help and like give him some closure here instead of just carrying around guilt completely.
それじゃあ確かめようか。実際にヒポグリフの肉と
どこに？
いや、ヒポグリフはすぐそこにいる。この迷宮では過去に
共犯者？
シェンジリングだよ。
Ooh, so they're the changelings, huh? So are those not mushrooms, but actual changelings? Interesting, interesting, interesting. I appreciate Laios for everything that he's doing right now. Are we gonna kill a hippogriff today? Guys, are we killing a hippogriff today? They're just like, please no. We don't you remember Mad Mage Fallen? We have stuff to do, and he's just like, let's go kill a hippogriff right now. Like, come on, let's just. We don't even know where there's a hippogriff below us. Oh, god damn it! What about your sister, man? And he's just like, who? I'm sorry, what?
そういえばチルチャックの出身のあたりの伝承だったか。鳥か。ウリ二つの姿のトロールになって帰ってくる。
That is creepy. I love it. I love it. It's like an old, like a Grimm's fairy tale kind of like sketch. Just horrible looking. Ugh.
少しだけ変わってしまう。原因が分かってからは駆除が進んでめっきり見なくなったが、こんなところに生えていた。フィンは確かめてみよう。
Oh my god. That's so true. I just thought the Griffin was just using whatever method that it like had. Like the back legs could still be used as back legs, obviously, but the motion is very horse-like. You're bucking and kicking, right? Oh, what a smart guy. And he knew that folktale from Chucklefuck's homeland. That's interesting. Good. Wow, Laios is real like monster lore. He's the monster lore nerd. Love it.
グリフィンの肉をチェンジリングのフェアリーリングに。
That's interesting that it changed again after. So it changed the consistency and everything of the meat, all like at the very base level of it, and then once you put it back in, it changes back. That's cool. I was like, but it still, if it's just like an appearance thing, why would it change that completely? But yeah, it changed everything. That's awesome. That's really cool as a concept. Hippogriff soup. This, I mean, same as the last one, basically. It still looks pretty good. But I would probably only eat it if I was like actually like really hungry. Otherwise, I'll pass.
ずっとこのスープをもう一度飲みたかった。
Oh my god. I'm like actually tearing up. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. This poor man. God, I'm like actually tearing up. Fuck. Oh, he's such a sweetheart. I feel so bad for him and all the guys that went on that little. Oh man. Jesus. I'm like actually crying too. Oh man. Okay. I I gotta push through this. I need to see him happy again.
ありがとう。
Oh my god. He's so precious, man. I'm glad we could give him some comfort, some love. Oh, poor guy.
長く迷宮で暮らして一つ気づいたことがある。多くたちのような迷宮へ求めないものに対しては寛容だが、何かを求めた途端牙をむく。これからお前たちはハリンを取り戻すという。 一緒に連れてってくれるか。
ああ、もちろん。
I don't mean to say this lightly. Without you, we would not have been able to make it this far. And I would say it to every part of this party right now. Izutsumi has just started, but without her, I still would feel relatively the same as well. Even though she's still new, without Senshi, I just can't imagine the party succeeding in anything. And honestly, I love him. I want him to be here forever. And I bet they do too.
よし、それ。
Uh-oh. Okay. A beautiful moment ruined by fate trickery, and now everybody's sick.
みんな具合はどうだ？
寒い。
ダメかも。
ファリン。どのくらい眠ってた？体が軽い。
Interesting. So he changed forms into dwarf, I would imagine.
どういうことだ？
Halfling?
マルシルも縮んでる。
Oh my god. Oh my god. I love it. He looks like Dracula from Castlevania. He is so pretty. He has an elf. He really does look like Dracula, right? I'm not crazy. He looks almost dead on. What a he has the 5 o'clock shadow. Oh no. Mr. Deadbeat can't pay his child support. Oh no, look at him. Oh god. It's so weird seeing him so tall.
さ
Okay, but what about Izutsumi? Show me Izutsumi. Please show me her. I need to see I need to see if she changed at all.
チェンジリングを踏んでしまったようだ。
そんなことって。
グリフィンをヒポグリチルチャックはトールマン。イズツミは
oh, oh no. oh, 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 brother. Oh, that's a bummer. It's just a constant body horror dysmorphia for you, ain't it, Izutsumi? It's just the worst. It's the worst. Oh no.
犬。
いや、あれ多分コボルトだよね。
猫耳コボルトだ。荷物がすごく軽い。マルシル。
That's interesting. So they all have to kind of swap clothes, and it's kind of cool. Like if they learn like the differences between themselves, and like just generally like, oh, like Laios, oh, like wow, everything feels so much lighter. Am I that much stronger now? And Chilchek is probably like, wow, I could see a lot from up here, and I gotta say, this shit's pretty cool. Yeah, good luck with that, bud. You ain't never being Namori. My girl can beat you 3 times from Sunday. You going down, son. You going down.
重くて透明な分厚い膜に包まれてるような。
感覚が鈍くなったということか。
運がいいよ。
I wonder if because his senses are duller now, that it helps, like it was like a form of like sensory overload, like or sensitivity or something. And now that it's lower, he's like, things aren't so bad right now. Everything's not bombarding me with like constant like sensation from something. Everyone seems to be getting pretty well with like their different like new bodies and whatnot. That's pretty cool. Throw the Marcel is a good fun game also. Throw her across the pit. If she drops, well, bye. Bye, shorty.
あれ、あの扉って。
That is so. They literally find their goal, their endpoint, and they're dealing with this nonsense. They're like, unfortunate timing, huh? It'd be so funny if they ran into the Mad Mage and he was just like, "Who are you?" They're just like, "It's us, the ones that killed the dragon." And he's just like, "No, that ain't you. I'm gonna kill you anyway."
引き返すつもりがやはり先に進んでいたか。扉の奥に進んだとは思えない。転移術で地上へ戻った後かもな。あがいて時間を浪費するより先へ進む方が早そうだ。
I mean, that is kind of the lesson that we took from Senshi, right? The dungeon seems to have a mind of its own, or like an ecosystem of its own, where it like the more that you are trying to like take from it, and like greedily take, the more it fights back against you. But if you just kind of like go with the flow, it'll probably help you out.
いやもちろん地上に戻れば解決法はいくらでもあるはずだ。一生その姿でいろなんてことは。
耳の大きさの違いが何だというのか。
Bro, you are so beautiful right now. Of course you don't want to change. Like listen, you're beautiful no matter what whether you're a dwarf or an elf, my guy. But like right now, this is like a different kind of beauty that you're experiencing, and you're kind of like, not that bad. I mean, man, the only difference is my ear size is a little bit pointier. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe we could stay like this for a little bit, huh?
じゃあ先に進むとして、あの扉をどうするつもりだよ。
な仕掛けじゃないか。
魔力が通ってる感じはするけど、解読には時間とせ。
Well, I'm stuck on this level. What do? You go to Game Facts and you're just like, help me! Help me! Was Kensuke the key all along? Was the mollusk the key? Or was it the actual wait. That's wild if that's true. A monster from like level 2 was the key to go deeper into the dungeon? Okay. What's there? Gargoyles! Anyone remember Gargoyles, the hit cartoon show with Keith David as Goliath? Oh, God, that was such a good show. Can we go back to the time when Keith David voiced Goliath? And that intro where it's like da 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 da. God, it was so good. Anyway, sorry for the tangent. I just really love gargoyles.
ガーゴイルを見ての通り動く石像だ。殴
Because it notices you because you're a tall ass motherfucker now. Of course it's gonna follow you if you run away. Yeah, your mana pool must be so different now because you're half foot, right? It's not unheard. Like I think somebody said half foots aren't incapable, but it would be very hard for them to utilize magic the same way as elves. So casting one spell is probably like way too much. Jesus. Beautiful Senshi is He's he's special, okay? He doesn't need to lift heavy things. He just needs to sit there and pose.
大丈夫だ。剣も鍋も普段よりずっと軽い。みんなここは逃げるぞ。戦車はマルシルを担いで扉の中へ。井筒は。
Wasn't that the bell that Shuro gave him for like very special like reason? And he just I mean, hey, honestly, you need to get where you need to get, but like I feel like that's gonna be the bad thing that's I feel like Shuro's gonna be super, super, super duper duper pissed at you now. And then he's gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it. They used dark magic to resurrect their sister, and now it's a fucking chimera. Kill them, execute them. State execute them for doing that. And they're just like, so why did you snitch? Because he rang the bell so much when I told him it was a last ditch effort to keep them safe.
どうしよう。この体めちゃくちゃ不便だ。取り返しのつかないことを。仕方。
こりゃ本格的なドワーフの遺物。
Honestly, the dwarf ruins having like this really reminds me of like Skyrim. It's such a cool like design choice, and it makes sense. But it's so cool just to walk in, like having like a general dungeon and then walking in and finding like all of these like gears and pipes and stuff.
あのキノコはこんなところにも生えるの？すごく熱い。
この体、腹が減るんだものすごく。
ナマリが急に食事の支度を始めたのは見たこと。
水、塩、卵をよく練り、伸ばした皮に具をのせ、くるむ。
Aw. Wow, that's a lot of dumplings. I like the ones that you can clearly see that Izuzumi did because there's hair on them.
不思議だ。黙々と作業しているうちに気持ちが落ち着いてきた。
I like dumplings in general. Like I think they're delicious. I probably wouldn't eat ones that have hair poking out like that, but you know what? They did good. And I was kind of picking up on the feeling that Laios was getting a little overwhelmed, and he was like getting to a point where he was just like sort of like losing his like control over his emotions. But doing something like this probably it helped him. It helped get some normalcy back. Like made him focus on a task that could be finished. Give him like a little bit of a win. I'm glad that he was able to help calm himself down.
見覚えのある形なのに匂いが全然違うの変な感じだ。
気をつけろ。やけどをしないようにな。
おせえよ。
ダンプリングは土地や人種で調理法も全く変わるのに、どれも結局うまいからな。 これで綺麗に話がまとまったな。
それは気のせいだ。
Trying to end it on a positive message there. And just, you know what? Yeah, sure, man. Whatever. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sure. Everything's great. We're still the same people, and Chilchuk is still a hater.
しかしここは異質だな。どういう場所なんだ？
ドワーフたちが気づ大災害を招いてしまったの。
Interesting that we're getting such deep lore right now that the parrot they were in a war. Huh. I guess that it would explain everything that's been kind of going on. The elves have been kind of a superpower in this universe, so it makes sense.
でエルフやドワーフたちは同じ過ちが起こるのを危ぶんで迷宮内の技術に
けられたらお前がなんとかできるんだよな。
え、なんで私？
お前の母親宮廷勤めとか言ってたろ。コネとか。
Oh, I thought he was gonna go the racist route of just be like, "You're an elf, right? You can handle this. They're elves, right?" She's like, "Motherfucker, what? You think that just because I'm an elf, I could talk to these guys and everything would be cool because they just see another elf and they think, oh, that's a good one." What? You kidding?
がないのか。
それは
まあまあ。
善処する。
If they meet Elf Senshi, they would immediately fall in love. Immediately fall in love. Maybe that's their game plan.
やはり極力元の姿に戻る方法の模索は続けよう。
意義なし。
Wow, all right. No ending on that one. That was really cool. Senshi background, Senshi emotional closure. Some shenanigans with changing their physical forms and races that hasn't been fixed yet. The fact that now they are deeper into the dungeon. We have one more episode to go. We got one. Isn't that insane? Man, I'm excited. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I think this is going to be this is going to be a fun time. Hopefully all of these plot lines can get fixed up in one episode. But yeah. All right, well, bye guys. Bye. I'll catch you later. Bye.